So let's go into diagnose. I'm going to run a full report. This comes up as it's running through the check. So as you can hear, she's loud. Watch this. Hear that fan? It goes out. It's got an ABS fault, a body electrical fault, 3 of them, and EPS. So press and hold the rear window defogger, the recirculation button, the passenger's temperature control, and the up button, that one. Hold the button for 6 seconds, then release. Oh, look at that needle go all the way to the top. Ooh! Bet you've never seen that before.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.
Oh mate, I've been on the road for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm on my commute home in London. There's unfortunately been a building fire. It's blocked my route home that I normally take. So I'm having to go all around the houses, all the back roads that I know to try and get back. And I've still got half an hour to go. But the reason I'm telling you that is that during this time, the car's cooling fan for the radiators has been going on and off, which is normal. It's quite a warm day today, and you'd expect that. The problem is though, it seems to be doing it like every 15 seconds, and that's not right. It should only do it, cool the engine, and then a good few minutes, and then it'll come back on again as the car, you know, gets a little bit too hot. So I think there's something wrong with the sensor. So what I'm going to do, for the first time, I'm going to plug in my MaxiCOM MK808 diagnostic tool, and I'm going to have a look and see if it tells me if there's something wrong with this sensor, amongst if there's any other faults on my little Honda Civic Mk8 2009. So let's have a look. Oh, finally I'm back home. That was a long commute. 2 hours, man, for 23 miles. That's not right. I've changed my t-shirt, I've been out the car, and I've come back, and it's been about 15 minutes. And I've just realized something. For the first time I've had this car in about 3 years, and I've never noticed it before. Watch. So the car should be cool enough now. The engine's cooled down, so the engine radiator fan shouldn't come on, right? Listen. It's coming on, and you think at first, oh, it's coming from the vents. If I turn those right down, you can hear that it's coming from the front. In fact, let's go and have a look. I'll open up the engine and have a look. Come with me. So as you can hear, she's loud. That's definitely the fan on, and you can see that the fans are whizzing round. So it's definitely the engine fans. Now, watch this. I'll turn off the fan for the blower for the heater inside the car. Hear that fan? It goes out. Why the hell is the blower fan connected to the radiator fan? I've never ever noticed that before. Somebody put in the comments below, do they find that on their car? It's a little Honda, it's a Mk8, it's a Honda Civic Mk8, and it's a 2009. Turn the fan back on, as in the blower fan, engine fan comes off. Turn off the blower fan, engine fan goes out. Is that normal? Is something wired up incorrectly? I don't know, but either way, whilst I'm driving, that fan in the engine comes on far too much. So, diagnostic time. I got my Autel MaxiCOM. I've never plugged in any diagnostics into this little Honda Civic. And to be fair, she's been a great car. She still is a great car. But I just want to see why that fan is coming on all the time. So I thought it was a good opportunity to have a little look. So, go straight into, so the key's on the ignition. Now beeping at me. Let's go to diagnose, and let's go and find Honda. Go into Asia and find a Honda. So auto select, that's going to find the VIN automatically, and let's press read. There she is. Press OK. We're in Europe. Oh, it's 2008. Well, Reggie says 2009, but you get the idea. So let's go into diagnose. I'm going to run a full report and see what she can see. So automatic scan, and I'll see you on the other side. So the things that it's checked are gauges, SRS, and anything where it says pass no fault. And the important thing to look at here is we've got an ABS fault, a body electrical fault, 3 of them, and EPS. So let's go into those little fellas and see what they're telling me. ABS VSA does not work during test mode. ABS indicator is activated continuously during the diagnosis. Okay, so I'm going to press that and I'll probably hear the ABS pump kick in now. So read codes. DTC's CAN communication failure. Activation test, let's see what that does. This is making different beeps to what it used to, that's for sure. Never used to make these beeps. Right, it's going to erase the codes. Ignition on and engine off, yes. Just to let you know, on my dashboard, this comes up as it's running through the check. So don't worry about that if you see it on the dashboard. It's very normal during a diagnostic. You get it on all cars. Right, it's important, let's try and clear it. I've had no faults with the car in terms of the ABS, so there could be historic. So on other cars, it says turn it off, turn it on after 10 seconds, whereas on my little Honda, it's much more sort of just a raise. You don't have to wait that period of time. So let's go back into read codes, it says, and they're gone. So that was a historic fault, and I've now cleared it. So if we go back to the main menu, there should just be 2 items now, which are at fault. So reading codes. Pass. Good, so that's done. So let's go to the top of the list, and we got these 2. Body electrical, let's have a look at that one. Right, where's my codes? Where's my codes? Door locks, lighting, security, wiper. Where is the actual fault code though? Doesn't actually give me the fault code, does it? Okay, interesting. Right, so let's go into the first one. Control unit information. Check connected control units. Okay. So there's nothing there. Escape that. And escape that. Let's go into lighting. See what that's all about. Read codes. Maybe there's a fault in the lighting. Oh, here we go. A problem in the blower motor? Well, absolutely, because there's a video that I've done on how to replace that. A problem in the mode control motor circuit. So I've taken the blower motor out of this. I've replaced it twice. I put a used one in there, genuine, and then that wore out. So I ended up buying another one, and it was a replacement OEM part, and it's been really good. But to get that blower motor out, you've got to disconnect it all. It's a right pig of a job. You've got to take all the center console out. You've got to take the clutch pedal out the way if you've got a manual. Oh, I don't want to do that again. There's a video at the end if you're interested in how to do that. Let's see if we can get these codes clear though. Right, so let's go escape and erase codes. Ignition on and engine off, yes. Press OK to clear all body electric DTCs. What's this say here? If the DTCs, the display panel control unit, are not cleared, this procedure should be performed. Press and hold the rear window defogger button, the recirculation button, and the passenger's temperature control up and down. Turn the ignition switch to AC position 1 while continuing to hold the button. What is this? Alright, wow, this is interesting. Okay, so press and hold the rear window button. So let's do it. So press and hold the rear window defogger, that one. And then it says the recirculation button, which is going to be that one. This is already on. And the passenger's temperature control up hot button, which is blinking over there. So I've got to press those 2 with one hand and press the hot up button there. Turn the ignition switch to the AC position 1 while continuing to hold the button. How am I supposed to press that, ignition 1, and that button over there? That's ridiculous. I need 2 people to do this. Right, so press and hold the rear window button, that one, the recirculation button, that one, and the up button, that one. Turn the ignition switch to the AC position while continuing to hold the button. Well, how am I going to do that? I need to use my knee. If the radio is on, then the display will flash as the display panel is being reset. Right, radio's on. Let's turn that down. The display, it says, will flash if I've got it right. So it's on position 1. Let's try and press it. Recirc that one and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't see any flashes. Okay, so what I did, I just pressed OK on the screen instead of pressing and holding the buttons and reading the instructions. And it says here that the codes have been successfully erased. So return to the function menu and tap read code. So let's make sure they've all gone. So let's go back and it'll automatically read it, I think. So it's reading codes. And if it goes, it's going to go off to the bottom. There we are, body electrical. So it's passed. Great. So it means I've just got one now, haven't I? Which is the EPS. So let's go into that. Read codes. Engine speed signal. Okay, let's clear it. So escape that. Erase codes. Ignition on, engine off. Yes. Has been erased. Let's go back. Turn it to off, it says. Okay. Ignition switch is off. Turn it back on again. Next switch is on. Let's read the codes and see if they're gone. There she goes. No fault codes detected. That's what we want to see. So now I should have a clean bill of health. Reading codes, pass. Got no codes, got no faults. Beautiful. Right, let's see what we can do. I was interested to see about that sensor in the engine. There's obviously nothing there, but is there anything about body electrical? Could be there's a function in that allows me to check the temperature sensor. Door locks, let's have a look at this. Let's see if there's any active tests that we can do. So let's say lock all doors and see what happens there. Function test help. Lock all doors. Pressing the enter button will lock all doors. Alright. Unlock all the doors. Test condition. Right, so press enter. I guess it's okay. Oh, they all lock. Now testing. If you want to stop testing, press OK. So they all locked. And what's super locking? Oh, I don't want to do that in case I... Right, unlock all doors. Press OK. Oh yeah! Unlock all doors. Beautiful. Wiper, security, keyless transmitter. Active tests. Release trunk lid tailgate hatch latch. Oh. Didn't know you could do that from inside the car. Alright, let's try it. Oh, it works. So I want to try and find something a bit more towards the HVAC. So I'm going to go into this engine PGM here and have a look and see what's going down. Let's go into active tests and see what we can see. Oh, here we go. Look at this. So EGR test, radiator fan. That's the one I'm interested in. VTEC test. Well, let's have a look at that first. Vehicles equipped with VTEC oil pressure switch activates the VTEC solenoid valve and monitors the input signal from the VTEC oil pressure switch. At first, check solenoid valve off. At this time, it's normal if the VTEC oil pressure switch shows on. Right, okay. So let's press OK. And let's do the solenoid valve activation. Or let's do the VTEC test. Which one? Let's do this one. Solenoid valve check. The following test will manually activate the valve. Let's do it. Press OK. Oh, I just heard it. I can hear that in the engine. That's good. Okay, let's cancel that. No. Let's go to VTEC test. Please ensure the gear shift is in neutral, set to the parking brake. Okay, done. Please start the engine. Okay. Please keep the engine speed at 3000 revs. Hold the accelerator pedal steady. And let's have a look and see what happens. Right, 3000 revs. Let's do it. System is normal. In case of poor drivability, check the... So there we go. Just checked a little VTEC there. That's cool, isn't it? Let's turn the engine off. Right, importantly, let's go into the radiator fan. That was the one I was trying to find. Activate the radio fan relay. Test enable condition. Ignition switch on. Do not start the engine. Yes, it is. on off control type, output signal to engine control, fan off. Right, so let's press OK. The tester operates the radiator fan manually. Yes. Please ensure yes. Press OK to toggle the fan. You should be able to hear that. That's the fan kicked in. And there it goes off. Okay, well, it shows the relay's working. AC clutch, oil injector stop, fuel pump off, fuel pump on. Anything else? Cruise control I know works. Idle, stop, start, counter check. It's quite a lot there, but actually all of that's been working fine. What's the special function? VIN check, battery consumption, current, shipping mode release, TP position check. So I thought I'd go into gauges and see if we can have a bit of fun with that. Oh, look at that needle go all the way to the top. Ooh! Bet you've never seen that before. Sweeping the dials. Well, we had a little play. It doesn't come up with any fault codes on that temperature sensor in the car for the radiator, although I do think it is coming on far too early. But if anything, what I've learned is, for some strange reason, and I've always noticed this, when the car is parked, and it's been parked for about half an hour now, that engine fan sometimes comes on. And by turning it off there with the blower, if I press it now, turn it off, it shuts the engine down. So I'd love to know if that's normal. If you wouldn't mind letting me know in the comments. I hope this kind of helped you in some way if you're wondering what you can do in terms of the diagnostic on your Honda Civic with the MaxiCOM 808. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate it if you took the time to subscribe.